video is dedicated to being a business owner, self-employed versus being an employee.
If the pandemic has taught us something, it is to value our lives, value our time and the time with our loved ones. So choose wisely. Choose to start your business than work for somebody else. So guys, as you know, Igor has been self-employed for about more than 2 years right now. Right, Igor?
Yeah.
So let's see what he has to say about the reasons why you should be self-employed.
Oh guys, the first thing is, Nito is not telling you, but she's going to be self-employed here soon as well. But we will announce it later on this channel. But the main reason, guys, just pulled out some cash from ATM, is because when you don't want to be showing your bank account, but it's the money, guys. Being self-employed, you get to, I put more 50s and more 20s here. This is Canadian money, guys. It's not US dollars. And these are real ones. See, I'm not joking here. It's the real ones. I'm not, I'm not that rich to throw around money. Like, guys, I'm never going to be like sitting on this channel lighting up a cigarette with the $100. No, I'm not like that. I like money. I don't want to be burning it. But the most important part, guys, being self-employed, you can make way more money than being an employee, because when you're working as a self-employed, there is no limit for how much money you can make. You don't have to ask your boss for that. And as an example, guys, within the last month, for my business income from being a self-employed person, well, I made about the same amount, maybe a little bit more from what I used to make in a year when I was an employee. And I'm no different from you guys. You can do the same thing by being self-employed. Okay, the second point is no road rush or road rage, and Nito is going to elaborate.
Okay, so you see 9 to 5 is like the peak hours where you see everybody driving to their workplace. For him, that I have seen the past few years, there's no 9 to 5. There's no rush hour. There's certainly no deerfoot raging. Road rage is what I'm trying to say.
I'm like the most peaceful driver, right? I'm a peaceful driver. But anyways, guys, that is true. Less stress on the roads because, well, I get up. I sleep until 9 a.m. Sometimes 10 a.m. Depends on the schedule. I can get up by 7 if it's necessary. But self-employed, I don't really have a schedule. And you can start your work from home and everyone else is driving. And you don't have to be driving when everyone is driving back from work because you're self-employed. Most important part, you don't have to just punch in, punch out on your time.
Okay, guys, point number 3 is work from wherever you like. You might think, yeah, I might work from home, maybe do a remote, maybe, hybrid, work from home sometimes and go to the office. We say no.
Yeah, you can actually work, guys. Like, you see this table? As long as you have a hotspot on your phone and you can share Wi-Fi, you can work from here. Nothing stops you from working whenever you like. You don't have an office, you don't have a boss.
And nothing stops from that view.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good view. Next point, guys, is work-life balance. Guys, I haven't published it, announced it much on YouTube, but we just went to Florida not too long ago, guys, and it was really nice. And in fact, I was working from Florida as well. I was on vacation. That's kind of a cons of being self-employed. Sometimes even if you're on vacation, you're working. But look at this, guys. I was negotiating on a house, on purchasing a house for a client in Canada. Actually, the client was in Ontario and the house was in Alberta and I was in Florida, and we were negotiating on the house purchasing there. So, and literally, while I was there, there still some money was coming in from the business activities that are happening in Canada while you're there. So work-life balances, well, it's kind of amazing that you can do that, but I got Nito a couple of times angry for working while I'm supposed to be resting. But it's there. We're getting there.
We're getting there slowly but steadily. So guys, the next point is tax benefits. Have you ever thought of writing off an office expense while you were working for somebody? No, you cannot do that. But at the same time, you can write off your fuel expense, your office expense, your internet expense if you are self-employed and you're working from home.
Yes, and you get to enjoy all of these beautiful receipts flying over your car to write your taxes off. This goes to my accountant later. I'm just showing you that I keep all of these things, guys. This is a tax write-off and it's a business expenses, and you cannot do that when you're employed. When was the last time you said that you can write off your gas taxes when you're driving to your work or your last oil change? Well, you can do it when you're a business owner, when you're an employee, even you're going to work every single day, you are still, at tax purposes, is you're doing it for your own personal reasons. But if you're self-employed, those are business purposes, because you're going to meet a client and you're there to generate revenue for the business. But you cannot do that when you're an employee.
Guys, the next point that I would like to focus on is your future mission. Now, when you're working for an employer, you would always like to focus on, you've saved costs here, you have improved the productivity there, but that all goes to the company. The company gets profited, the owner of the company gets profited, but you're not going to get anything out of whatever you have brought the business. Whereas when you're working for your company, you have your future mission and vision. You're working towards it, and it all comes together, and you're going to see the income towards you and nobody else. Nobody else will share that or will take away those hard work that you have done in your business.
And more importantly, when you're working for somebody else, nobody really cares how much you contribute. Not your manager, not the board of directors, and the owner, you never met the person even. So that's kind of thing what you do when you're working for somebody else. You're contributing to no one, but especially not to yourself. Next part, guys, it's in your business, is community support and impact. When you are running your own company, it's usually based out of some community. You're doing something for your own city, for your own community. You're generating revenue for that local economy. So when you're working for your own business, let's say we are in Calgary, right? So it's registered in Calgary, you're paying taxes here, you're doing everything, your business activity in this city, it stays within this city, within this local economy. When you're working for somebody else, you can be working remotely, you can be working for an employer in Vancouver, working out of Calgary, or you can kind of still contributing to a definitely a different community. But I also don't want to discourage anyone who is planning to start an online business.
So guys, the last point that we would like to focus on is it's your business and it stays with your family or the generations to come. Nobody is going to snatch it away from you.
Unless you decide to sell it, but even if you sell it, sometimes you can have a business as a really good startup, pass it out for a lot of money to more capable hands, and you cash out with a lot of money. So that's like an equity. Business is something that not only generates revenue, but also has equity for the family. And you can build it in such a way that in future, when you retire, something happens, can go to your children and to your grandkids and stays within the family heritage, something that you built for your own family. That's why me and Neetu, right? We want you to guys start your own business and stop working for somebody else.
That's right. That is, you're going to almost make, when you start, you will see that you're going to be almost making the same kind of income that you were making while you were with an employer.
Well guys, I'll tell you the truth about the business is it's very scary, very risky, but if you watch this channel, guys, for a while, and you're an immigrant, you already took risk once, it's the same thing for business. It's scary, it's risky, but the hunger that out of that fear that creates that hunger
and
that
the necessity.
Necessity.
The necessity to start earning money and the necessity to become successful.
Yeah, you become successful out of that. Yeah, you don't have other choice. If you have to go back to work, then you're back to work for somebody else again. If you're running your own business, if you want to keep on doing that, then you have to generate money in doing that business. Make sure, guys, you never run out of money, and don't just quit your job after watching this video. Plan ahead, have some savings before you just watch this video and jump right into the business. It's like this lake behind us. You have to learn how to swim first. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel here.
And I will be coming on all of the videos that Igor is going to publish going from today onwards.
Oh no, I'm joking. Okay,
That's it.
that's it. Give me some Miranda. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching.
Already thank
Give a
you.
clap for Neetu. And do 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 do. Ha!